what that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles. Touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
And the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play action game and the dribble throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number one.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Guys, let's talk about Florida and Atlanta. At the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye, playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
UTSA Roadrunners offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys get recognized their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Set ready. The snap sets up the throw. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make it.
Let's it fly deep downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Pass interference. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, man. It's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again in the hour. We'll go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. And they're still a bit short of the first down. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level. And this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
But put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fake. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Burns. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there. Saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He makes the grab on the left. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Fires to the big fella. Powers through the defender. What a cut. Now he's loose. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving him and creating explosive play.
Good tackle. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line.
29 Philly, 2-0.
They'll try to get it in with the one. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point here would tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. That last drive
this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Roadrunners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
It's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw for it. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and now on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today on the Swamp. They're up by 10 over Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught on the line. It's foul. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. There's the pressure. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Boy, did he just scorch that defense.
He shows you all the things he's got. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags in the 3rd down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down in
guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Hauls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Hand off from the shotgun. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the air on second down. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He makes the grab. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. A great catch and run for 6. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. Great start, chipping away.
And the extra point is good. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a short tackle. The Roadrunners in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And how about that run? A huge gain and a slide at the end.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Running back searching for the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, Dave.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Burns. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Burns. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Let's see what they've got on second down. On the ground, it's foul. They'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big opponent, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Flip it.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Grab in the backfield. It's fouled. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Trying play action. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. Now across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends ends are so valuable to find space behind. He knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella is always open.
Now on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot.
This time on target. Couldn't ask for much more there in first down, and they're down at the 42. The road runners are flying down the field.
Ready, ready.
Working the middle, it's complete. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. To the air on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Cobb sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot for the end zone. In the end zone for the score. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no problem responding with that.
And the defense has absolutely no answer. He's been on the run, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
There he goes. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run there. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
and a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6. Arkansas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Swings it out to his right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Roadrunners line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll park it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Back to pass. Trying to get rid of it.
Offensive line was down. Used a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the Owls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Burns. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. He's going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the...
Breaks away on the left. And he can hold on to the ball at the end of the game. The defense got it.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job of great effort, getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out the following massive fumble recovery.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Burns. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. The Owls racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a little space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys. It's been the big story so far.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense aims, got him at the 27.
Finally, the defense gets to the quarterback. I say finally because last week they had 6 sacks. They were harassing the QB so far today. Just their 1st sack. They got to continue to get more pressure on the quarterback.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. UTSA and the offense ready to hit the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Motion from the wideout. Finds his big top. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but now over the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he will take it. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to rattle off their fourth straight win.
These offenses get rid of their hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
And I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Florida Atlantic races to the line. Holds and fires complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Got his man. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is a...
Got enough space. And the hallelujah. Touchdown Owls. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Iowa is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Iowa City deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker of a show. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires it in complete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. helped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up.
22 in the water.
Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down with a solid pickup and put him in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10.
Hole 88. Forward hole 88. Base 27 jump.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and throws up the and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 32-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Roadrunners look to keep this drive humming.
Let's go.
Gives it on the option. Has the first down marker and still running. They added on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
I like the aggressive play call by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off and they run the
interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll give it to him again. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. And he dropped it, just didn't whip the thing all the way in.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate